Have you ever reached the end of the day and realized you spent every minute taking care of everyone else but not yourself? Today's vlog is a little different because between school pickup, after school chaos, dinner, and bedtime routines, I'm trying to make time for a new hobby that's quickly becoming my happy place: gardening. My husband recently brought home a beautiful bunch of flowers, and instead of letting them fade away, I'm going to try propagating them and hopefully grow brand new plants from them. But as a mum of two boys, including one with autism, finding the time to do something for myself is never quite that simple. So come along with me from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and let's see if I can actually get this gardening project done. If you're new here, I'm a mum of two boys and one of my son is autistic. Our afternoons are usually the busiest part of the day. Once school finishes, it's a non-stop cycle of snacking, unpacking bags, helping the kids settle into their routines, managing appointments, preparing dinner, and trying to keep everything running smoothly. Life with a child who has additional needs can be incredibly rewarding, but it can also be exhausting. A lot of my time is spent thinking ahead, adjusting to plans, and helping my son navigate his day. Lately, I've discovered something that helps me slow down a little: plants. Gardening has become my little escape. It gives me a chance to step outside, clear my mind, and focus on something peaceful for a few minutes. Today's project is especially exciting because my husband surprised me with a gorgeous bunch of flowers, and I'm going to try propagating 3 of them: a rose, a chrysanthemum, and a carnation. Of course, actually finding time to do it is the hard part. I start gathering my pots and soil, and almost immediately I'm interrupted. One child needs a snack, someone can't find something, someone else needs help. And before I know it, 20 minutes have disappeared. I know so many parents of children with special needs will understand this. Even the simplest tasks can take so much longer than expected because your attention is consistently being pulled into different directions. Eventually, I make it outside and start preparing the cuttings. For the rose cutting, I'm using a rose-specific soil mix because roses generally prefer slightly acidic soil. The acidic helps them absorb nutrients more effectively and encourages healthy root development. For the chrysanthemum and carnation cuttings, I'm using a regular potting mix because they grow well in a balanced, well-draining soil and aren't quite as fussy about acidic soil. It's amazing how different plants have different needs. The rose is probably the most challenging of the 3. Roses are known for their beautiful blooms, but they're not always easy to propagate. They need the right combination of moisture, warmth, and patience before roots begin to form. Chrysanthemums are often much easier. They're colorful, resilient flowers that can establish themselves quite quickly under the right conditions. And then there's carnation, known for its soft, ruffled petals and sweet fragrance. Carnations are surprisingly popular for propagation because healthy stems can root successfully with a little care. Everything sounds easy when you read about it online. The reality is, I'm planting a cutting, running inside, helping a child, coming back inside, planting another cutting, and repeating the process all afternoon. After what feels like hours of interruptions, I finally finished planting all 3 cuttings. Standing there, looking at the pots, I realize it's not really about whether these flowers survives. It's about making space for something that brings me joy. As parents, especially parents of children with special needs, it's easy to put ourselves at the very bottom of the priority list. There are days when every bit of energy goes into caring for everyone else. Today reminded me that it's okay to spend a little time caring for myself too, even if it's just planting flowers in the backyard. Before I know it, it's dinner time. Tonight's dinner for the adults is one of our favorites: eggplant stir fry with pork mince served over rice. For the boys, we're keeping it simple with sausage and rice. One thing we've learned over the years is that flexibility is important. Sometimes my autistic son is happy to eat what's on the table. Other times, he doesn't want any of it and only wants his safe food, which is noodle. And honestly, that's okay. That's just a part of our normal family life. There was a time when I worried about it a lot, but now I've learned that some days are easier than others, and sometimes meeting your child where they're at is more important than trying to force a perfect dinner. After dinner comes bath time, bedtime routines, and all the usual evening tasks that somehow fill every remaining minutes of the day. The flowers are planted, dinner is done, the boys are settled, and now all that's left is to wait and see whether these little cuttings survive? Will the rose actually grow roots? Will the chrysanthemum be the easiest one? Or will the carnation surprise me? In the next few weeks, I will post a checkup on their progress and see if any of them are showing signs of life. So, if you like to follow along on this gardening journey, the reality of balancing plants, parenting, autism, and everyday life, make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you in the next vlog.